Beep boop, beep boop boop boop. I am now live. Yeah, guys, what is up? It's me. It's Steve here. I'm back with a new stream. This is your WWE Monday Night Raw review recap for December the 4th, 2017. The year is almost ending, guys. We are almost at the end of the year Raw and all that fun stuff. And thank you all, as always, for tuning into the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up and share this video / stream, what have you, throughout your entire social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, what have you. Okay, wherever you guys share videos and all that fun stuff. Awesome. Thank you all for tuning in live. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, where I did tweet tonight throughout most of Monday Night Raw. And I gotta be very honest, tonight's Raw that was live from LA at the Staples Center, I'm gonna say this. Overall, I thought it was a very, very good Raw. From start to finish, I feel like every single match, bell to bell, was good to great to some extent. And again, it's one of those things where I said before, like I said last week, you know, Monday Night Raw right now has like no pay-per-view. My social media going crazy right now. There we go. I was saying this, you know, last week on my last week's Raw review. You know, right now Raw has no pay-per-view coming up. Right now the pay-per-views that we're having right now, it's SmackDown, it's Clash of Champions. So these Raws are going to be filler with less of build, what have you. But tonight, Raw, you know, they got me excited, you know. But nonetheless, that's my opinion, guys. Give me your thoughts down below in the comment threads of this video. Your thoughts on Raw, if you enjoyed it or not, what have you. So the show kicked off with General Manager Kurt Angle coming out to the ring. And he talks about who's going to, you know, he's talking about tonight, you know, 2 title matches, right? Because they were advertising, you know, the tag team title match between The Bar and The Shield, Ambrose and Rollins, and also who was going to challenge Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental Championship. He's hyping all this up. And then out of nowhere, his own son interrupts him. Jason Jordan, Angle Maivia, interrupts him. He demanded a shot for himself. He literally told his dad, hey, listen, give me a chance against Roman Reigns. Let me fight him. Let me take that title away from him, right? And Kurt Angle wasn't having it because he referenced, again, Jordan's knee. I feel like that's Angle's escape every time he tries to, you know, give Jason Jordan rejection, but your knee's not 100%. And then obviously Jason Jordan tried to, you know, reconvince his dad that, hey, his knee is indeed 100%, even though his knee's taped up to as much as you can see. And he just wants to fight with Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental Championship. He's begging for it. And then out comes Roman Reigns. And Roman said he's not here to fight Jason Jordan, not here to fight his son, but he wants to fight Samoa Joe instead of Jason Jordan. And then after all this, right, after all this, Samoa Joe comes out, and he pretty much says that, hey, he will fight Roman Reigns for the Intercontinental title. That's what he wants, what have you. And then Jason Jordan interrupts, and not only does he challenge Roman Reigns, but he challenges Samoa Joe. Like father, like son, right? Like, you know, I'm going to take the opportunity. I'm going to challenge you, what have you. And then Roman just tells Jason Jordan to stay in his lane. And then he talks about how he should, you know, instead of just begging for opportunity, just take it. He wants Jason Jordan to take an opportunity. And then Roman turns around and he's ready to go at it again with Samoa Joe. And then Jason Jordan from behind attacks Roman. It's like a belly-to-belly suplex or a German suplex, one or the other. It's a suplex nonetheless, right? And Roman's not having all of this, right? And he decides to, you know what, fine, he'll take Jason Jordan in his challenge for the Intercontinental Championship, and he demands Kurt Angle to make the match. So we have the match. Jason Jordan versus Roman Reigns in a one-on-one match for the Intercontinental Championship to kick off the show, because why not? What other way to kick off the show than with a championship match, right? And Samoa Joe is literally by the entrance area, just sitting there. What is up, Raheem? How are you, brother? Again, just Samoa just watching all of this, right? Like a hawk, just observing all of this. And the match itself, again, I'm going to say this, was a very good way to kick off the show. I thought just back and forth, just like, last week with, Roman versus Elias. I liked how, in a way, Roman Reigns literally carried Jason Jordan to a good match, and vice versa. Here's the thing about it, too. Jason Jordan is a good athlete. He's a good in-ring performer, okay? No one's going to deny that. I think the issue here is Jason Jordan, the character, is just so cringeworthy. It's like when you hear him talk on the mic, it's just so, it's so cringeworthy. It's like having nails just being scratched on a chalkboard. But at the same time, we all know that eventually the heel turn's going to happen. The heel turn of Jason Jordan is going to happen. And eventually, right? So I feel like the character that you see him on the mic is intentionally cringeworthy for that purpose. For that exact purpose. But again, the match itself was a good back and forth match. Good near falls here. Jason Jordan kicked out of the Superman punch. He literally, again, he literally held his own here. There were moments where, hey, you literally thought that Jason Jordan had the match in the bag. He was going to win the championship, right? With the near fall, what have you. There was a moment where Jordan does like a double Northern Light suplex. And you could tell that he was going to go for the third one, but he couldn't do it because his knee. Or I think also because he just couldn't carry Roman for the third one, what have you. But just again, it's a back and forth match where eventually Roman did indeed pick up the win. He hits Jason Jordan with the Superman punch, then the spear for the 1-2-3. But again, a very game Jason Jordan. And here's the thing about Jason Jordan. I'm going to say this. Eventually, this kid is going to be a champion. Somewhere down the road, he's not going to be world champion. But I do see him being a good, solid mid-card. And you know what? I'm going to say this too. I feel like Roman Reigns right now, in the position that he's in, and I know a lot of people are going to boo this, and a lot of people are going to scratch their heads at this. And I know, again, listen, the goal is for Roman to go to Mania, to challenge Brock, and, beat Brock, become the Universal Champion, what have you. But this Roman Reigns, mid-card Roman Reigns, is a Roman Reigns that I can get behind. And I feel like a lot of people should as well. But again, it is what it is. The internet, the IWC, and and again, at the end of the day, listen, Roman is the bad guy, right, for everyone. So let's just leave it at that. But then we get a backstage. My bad. I'm going literally all over the place right now. It's been a long, crazy day for me. Okay. After the match, Samoa Joe is like, "Hey, listen, it's crazy to see that the kid literally gave you a fight, what have you," and then Samoa Joe comes to the ring and he brawls with Roman Reigns. And Jason Jordan tries to make the save for Roman Reigns. Like he does like a German suplex on Samoa Joe, and Joe rolls out of the ring. And you can tell they're about to go at it, so it seems. And then Roman, literally from behind, does like a Superman punch on Jason Jordan, and Jordan leaves the ring as well. Because again, you gotta remember, early in the day, Jason Jordan attacked Roman from behind. Ironically too, because somewhere in that promo back and forth between Roman and Jason Jordan, Jordan talked about not attacking anybody from behind. If he's going to attack somebody, it's going to be face-to-face. But remember, he attacked, Roman Reigns from behind, and Roman returned the favor. So there you go. Backstage, you see Kurt Angle on the phone. I guess Stephanie McMahon was mad at him for what happened early in the day. And Jordan gets in there, and he demands once again another shot against Roman Reigns. And Kurt is not having it. Kurt is finally being authority figure father, disciplinary father, let's put it that way, on Jason Jordan. Tell him to cool off, to get the hell out of his go back to the locker room and cool off right now. And who do you think he is? Shit like that. Come on, Kurt. You should have done this shit years ago. But oh wait, fuck, I forgot. If you get what I mean with that. But that was again a good way to kick off the show. It literally took most of the first hour, which I think was pretty cool as well. Again, the match is over. Again, a very, very good match, back and forth, and I see a good future in Jason Jordan somewhere down the road. Okay, we then get. Oh, but before I again, it's been a long day. But then after this, right, Jason Jordan challenges Samoa Joe. He tells Kurt Angle to make a match with Samoa Joe, and then Joe literally just bombards Jason Jordan in the locker room area. So good luck with that. Right now I'm all over the place. Bear with me here. It's been a long day. So there you go. We then get Paige versus Sasha Banks in a one-on-one match. Now keep this in mind. Paige did have at a ringside Absolution. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. And Sasha Banks had at ringside, Mickie James, and she also had Bayley. You had Alexa Bliss at commentary. The match itself was okay. Good back and forth. Just back and forth here. There was involvement from Absolution. They took out Bayley and Mickie James. They left Sasha on her own again. And it seemed like Sasha was going to get the win at somewhere in this match when she did lock the bank statement. But Paige got to the ropes. And this distraction from the outside that distracted Sasha Banks, which got Paige to hit the freaking her move. God damn, I'm having a brain freeze right now. Her finisher, her fucking finisher. Okay, she got her to hit the finisher. And that was it for the 1, 2, 3. I'm mad I fucking botched the finisher right now. The Rampage, there you go. The fucking Rampage, okay? She hits the Rampage for the 1, 2, 3. And that was pretty much the match. Again, a match that, again, was back and forth, like I said. You know what? I'm going to say this right now, too. I feel like Absolution, if you want to give them a comparison, I said this last week, but I'll say it here again. They remind me a lot of the female Undisputed Era from NXT. Now, I'm not saying that, hey, Paige is Adam Cole or anything like that, but you kind of get the comparison here, okay? There you go. Thank you, Raheem. It's the Rampage. I had a brain freeze. Holy crap. I don't know why. It's been such a long day here, guys. God dang it, yo. But that was the match, okay, for what it was. We then get a backstage segment here, okay, between Elias and Kurt Angle. They're in Angle's office. And he literally warned him. He warned Kurt Angle about the favoritism towards, Jason Jordan, and it will be the end of him. But he obviously wants a match. So Kurt Angle's like, fine, you know what? I'm gonna give you a match. You're gonna have I'm gonna give you a tough opponent tonight. Everyone, even myself, were hinting, okay, maybe some Woken brilliance or broken brilliance, what have you, would be wonderful. Yes. So I thought. Okay, we then get a backstage segment again with Enzo Amore in the Zo Train as he's prepping them to prepare for the next Fatal 4-Way match. And then out of nowhere, Nia Jax approached and just literally flirted with Enzo Amore. Now, I saw someone on Twitter say, it reminds him a lot of Eddie Guerrero and Chyna back from 2000. I can see where they say that, but I feel like it's kind of a reach. It's kind of like, how dare you compare, the awesomeness that was Eddie and Chyna years ago to Nia Jax and Enzo Amore. Like, hey, you should get, slapped for that. But nah. I don't know where it's going to go. It's weird, yes. But hey, I remember there was a survey that was given, I guess, from WWE regarding why I'm not watching 205 Live. I didn't answer anything like that, okay, because I don't even do their survey. I think the surveys are pointless as hell, in my honest opinion, because they don't even listen to the survey. Come on. And I guess this is the involvement. Hey, do you want to see WWE, superstars outside of 205 Live involved with the Cruiserweights? And remember, Alicia Fox, early in the year was involved in a love angle with Cedric Alexander and Noam Dar. They brought Sasha Banks over to 205 Live for one episode, Rich Swann. What up, Sam the Man TV? How you doing, buddy? And just shit like that, okay? And so it's just one of those things where it's weird. I get that, but... And again, yeah, you're right. Raw was good. Jason Jordan Reigns had to start the show. Again, I agree. It was a good way to kick off the show. But that's why I feel, again, with the Cruiserweights, the involvement here of Nia Jax, we'll see where this goes. I don't want to say it's going to be crap, but knowing WWE creative, I would not put it past them, okay? Let's just leave it at that. Let me go back over here real quick. We then had the Fatal 4-Way, okay? The Fatal 4-Way between Drew Gulak, Mustafa Ali, Cedric Alexander, Tony Nese. It had a slow start, okay? It was dead silence for this match at first, okay? No one was giving a crap. And then they went to commercial. They came back for commercial, and out of nowhere, this match did like a complete 180. A complete 180. Like, holy crap. People got invested in this match. And who the fuck would have thought, right? They would get invested in a cruiserweight match. of all things, right? Just spots after spots here. There was somewhere in this match where there was a bunch of near falls. It went long, just like the match from last week, yes. But I found this match more entertaining than the last week's match. I'll tell you that right now. And I'll be very honest. Going into this match, I thought, okay, they're going to give this win to Cedric. And we're going to see Cedric versus Rich Swann. And boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong here. So somewhere in this match, right, they do like a Spanish fly from the top rope. That's Mustafa Ali to Cedric Alexander. It seemed like Cedric was going to finally get the win here. He does like the lumbar check on both Tony Nese and I guess also on Mustafa Ali. And the next thing you know, Drew Gulak gets in there, steals the win, and now he is going to go on to next week to face Rich Swann to see who challenges Enzo Amore for a future Cruiserweight Championship match. Here's the thing about it, okay? A part of me is happy as hell for someone like Drew Gulak with the whole build-up of him on 205 Live. Keep this in mind, I don't even watch 205 Live, okay? I don't even watch it. But I've seen some clips here and there. Him with the PowerPoint and him pushing this PowerPoint is someone I feel like is underrated in my opinion. Someone who's completely underrated, now getting the spotlight, if you will, in some capacity. But at the same time, I'm like, what the fuck? Because I'll be real about it, you know? If there's anybody in that division that should be pushed, that should be challenging Enzo Amore, in my honest opinion, who at least even deserves better than the Cruiserweight division right now, it's Cedric Alexander, in my honest opinion. Cedric Alexander is someone that I could see eventually one day, if he ever leaves that Cruiserweight bubble, challenging for the Intercontinental Championship, challenging for the U.S. title. I'm not saying world title, like that's kind of a reach right now, but you kind of get the idea, okay? But nonetheless, I do feel again that Rich Swann and Drew Gulak will have a good match, nonetheless. So we'll see where that goes. We'll see where that goes somewhere down the line, okay? But that was, again, just an awesome match, just back and forth near the end of it, okay? If there's any match on this show that you should go back and watch, is this one right here. The Fatal 4-Way here. For some reason, just for the ending of the match. Sasha versus Paige was a great match. Cruiserweight match was great. I agree with you, Sam. I totally agree with you on that one. Then after this, we get Elias coming out to the ring. Elias, and he's singing a song, and it's just one of those things where, you know, he's singing a song, and he's, again, just making fun of LA, California, what have you. And people were wondering who's going to challenge Elias. And again, I thought maybe something, a Woken Brilliant, something like that. I even tweeted something about to get Woken or Broken. And boy, was I wrong. Out comes Braun Strowman. And before the match, you know, again, just Elias singing the song, what have you. And the match begins, and you see Elias try to escape, and Braun catches up to him. He does the power slams, what have you. Just has his way with Elias, okay? And then Kane pops up on the Titantron and challenges him to a match next. So next week, we're going to get Kane versus Braun Strowman. Oh, boy. Oh, joy. Okay? I would not be surprised if this match main events the show next week. I'm just saying. What is up, Metal Dragon 105? How are you, buddy? There we go. We then get Asuka versus Alicia Fox. And here's the thing about it. They talked about last week's match with, you know, Alicia between, they talked about last week's match between Asuka and Dana Brooke, how it literally ended in like just 2 seconds. So that was the accept. People were expecting, okay, maybe a fast match. Because again, the notion is here is, okay, Asuka's beating these women, you know, fast now that her match last week was like a GIF, what have you. And I was saying on Twitter, hey, get the timer ready. And this match literally went 2 minutes and 20 seconds. That's how long it took Asuka to beat Alicia Fox. But again, the match, again, it was short, fast. She went with the armbar. Alicia had some offense here, but not like nothing dominant, if you will. But then after the match, the Absolution, Paige, Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose came out, and they surround the ring. And once again, Asuka escapes, leaving Alicia Fox in the ring by herself. Paige gets on the mic, talks about, hey, listen, Alicia, it's okay. You're my best friend. I love you. You were the only person that treated me with respect last year, what have you. But I can't speak the same for someone like Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, as both women go on to attack Alicia Fox while Paige is watching, what have you. We'll see where this goes, okay? People are saying that, hey, maybe Asuka going to join Absolution. I don't know. But we'll see about that. We'll see where that goes. It'd be very interesting to see if that even happens. I'll say this right now. The way I look at things going down, at the Royal Rumble, we're going to get Paige versus Alicia. My bad. Paige versus Alexa. I don't know why I said Alicia, but you kind of get the gist, okay? We're getting Paige versus Alexa for the championship, where I think Paige will win. And if their idea is to do a women's Royal Rumble match, then you know what? I see Asuka winning. At WrestleMania, we're getting Asuka versus Paige for the Raw Women's Championship. And this is, I guess, them planting the seeds, if you will. Getting comments here. Sam the Man writes here. Samoa Joe versus Elias versus Samoa Joe versus Elias versus Triple Threat to fight Roman a title fatal 4-way matchup. That could work. Samoa Joe versus Jason Jordan versus Elias versus Roman Reigns. That could work also. Who the hell knows? I'll get into this. I'll tell you what. I'll get into what I think should happen for the Intercontinental title near the end of this, at the end of the stream here, at the end of the review here. What I see happening here, okay? Because I've had some ideas about that too. We then get, after this, Finn Balor versus Bo Dallas. The match, I'll be honest, out of all the matches, it was probably the weakest match. It wasn't bad or anything. It just didn't do, it just didn't do it for me, if you will. Again, this is a short match. It was there. Finn got through it with the coup de grace. And there you go. Just that, pretty much. We then get a recap of Matt Hardy, what happened last week, and an update, if you will. And finally, we're going to see, I guess, the Woken gimmick finally brought to WWE, right? The most anticipated thing ever since Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy left, TNA or Anthem, whatever the fuck they're called, to come to WWE, like literally last year. See, people wanted to see that broken gimmick in WWE. So it kicks off with Bray Wyatt on the Titantron. It's kind of a promo. Then it gets interrupted by Matt Hardy, who's in this Woken broken gimmick. He just, back and forth with Bray Wyatt. And so it's like a dueling promo almost on the Titantron. Where Matt Hardy announced that he's been woken, and he's here to sentence Wyatt to deletion. And you see, again, just Bray laughing, what have you. Listen, I'll be honest, okay? I think I saw JD write this on Twitter, and I'm going to agree with him on this one. I feel like with the Woken gimmick, here's the thing about it. I'm happy, okay? I'm happy that it's finally on WWE programming. People were going crazy. It's actually trending right now on Twitter. Hashtag Woken is trending on Twitter. What have you. Awesome. All the hell you want. A part of me would have been open if they actually would have waited to debut the gimmick. Maybe a little longer. But at the same time, hey, you're in LA. It's, hey, a hot crowd as well. So, again, it would have been awesome. So, again, you know what? It did its purpose as well. But if it was up to me, I would have waited a little bit more. Just a little bit. I'm not saying like months from now and shit like that. But just a little bit. Maybe not have him on TV tonight. But just have him there, again, tease it, what have you. Brooke Matt Hardy's coming for Bray Wyatt. Yeah, I mean, I know he is. And you know what? If that's the case, let that be. Because let's be real about it, okay? Bray Wyatt's dead in the water. There's no hope for Bray Wyatt. So at this point, why not have Bray Wyatt, put over a young, fresh, talented, Woken Matt Hardy? Because it's always good to see the veteran put over the young talent, right? I'm just saying. So why not? And I think, honestly, this whole Woken, Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, on a serious note, it's gonna be very interesting. It could be very interesting to see what happens with promos back and forth. Will there be like a final deletion? Will there be like, with that match that Orton and Bray had back at like what was it, like last year before Backlash, in that House of Horrors match, whatever the fuck it was, when they were in that house, and they filmed it in California. You kind of get the idea, okay? Maybe something like that they'll do. I don't even know. But again, it could work, I guess, if done right. Maybe we'll see the return of Senior Benjamin, maybe Vanguard 1 floating around in the arena. Imagine that. I don't know. I'm just saying, right? It was crazy too. Cause I remember, again, I said this last week. I'm gonna say here again too. You know, I remember it was last year when they were both, when Matt and Jeff were in TNA and they were the tag team champions, and they were, talking about them being the greatest tag team in all space and time, and they were issuing these challenges. They threw out these names like the Young Bucks, the Bucks of Youth, the New Day, the Day of the New, and they referenced the Wyatt family at the time when Bray had his family, the family of Wyatt, and Bray responded on Twitter, accepting the challenge, what have you. You know where to find him. And now we're sort of getting it now. Obviously, not a tag team or anything of that sort, but it's Broken Matt or Woken Matt, whatever the hell you want to call him. There's still folks that still call him Broken Matt. There's still folks that now call him Woken Matt. It doesn't matter. We're getting the gimmick in some way, shape, or form. And there's people right now that are saying, oh, watch WWE fuck this shit up. Watch WWE ruin this. Watch Vince destroy the character now. We don't even know, okay? It's kind of jumping the gun. I get what people are saying that, but let's not jump the gun real quick, okay? Let's not jump the gun. Let's see where this goes. That's all I'm saying. And then we get the main event of the show. We get the tag team championship match. The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro defending the Raw tag team championships versus Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Okay? There you go. For some reason, my OBS went off for some reason. I don't know why it did went off, but now it's back again. So it's awesome. We're back again, y'all. We're back again. Next week, Raheem writes, next week, if I hear the piano, I'm going to lose it. Me too. Maybe we'll see, we'll see the return of, what's her name? Rebby Hardy. Imagine that. Before I continue, so my OBS, apparently it disconnected, it reconnected again. I just want to make sure if the audio's going off well right now, all right? So I'm going to play. All right, cool. We're good. We're good. We're good, y'all. We're good, y'all. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're Gucci. I thought the connection went off for some reason. Because, again, that's OBS for you, Tom. That's OBS for you. So, the main event, back to what I was saying, okay? Back to what I was saying with the main event. Where was I here? He went for the cover, but was broken up by Sheamus, who continued to beat down Rollins, right? To the point where the referee had to disqualify him, giving Rollins and Ambrose the victory, but allowing the Bar to retain the tag team titles. And then after this, Kurt Angle came out and announced that the match was going to restart under no DQ rules. Okay? The other thing about this too, people were losing their shit, but you got to remember, when Kurt Angle announced this shit, when he announced the match was going to be restarted, it was already 11-12 or 11-10. Raw was about to be over, so don't expect him to go all out, okay? You know the show's already over. The match restarts, what have you. It seems like, hey, Rollins and Ambrose go get their belts back, and then out comes Samoa Joe. He attacks both Rollins and Ambrose. Out comes Roman Reigns to chase down Samoa Joe. He does a Superman punch on Cesaro, which then after that, he goes after Samoa Joe, and then Sheamus does a bro kick, I think on Ambrose or Ron, one or the other, which then got Cesaro for the cover for the 1-2-3. So the Bar once again, they retain their tag titles, okay? But as far as the whole plot here of about Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe. Here's the thing that kind of gets me too. Because I'm all for the match. I'm all for it, okay? One of my big gripes here is the fact that, hey, Raw has no pay-per-view. They don't have a Raw. There's not a Raw only pay-per-view till February, which will be the Elimination Chamber, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, yeah, granted, you have the Royal Rumble, but that's like a co-pay-per-view, okay? That's going to be a while for them to build up to. It's going to take a while, okay? With SmackDown having their pay-per-view coming up in a couple of weeks with Clash of Champions, Raw, again, is going to be a lot of filler going into Raw. And with Joe and Reigns, I'm all for them building this up. But again, there's no pay-per-view. You're not going to just have Joe and Reigns go at it one-on-one next week. No, you got to build this up even more. So what I propose, this is just me, of course, okay? Why not have a Raw Super Show? I'm just saying, on the Christmas edition. Because again, apparently there will be a live episode of Monday Night Raw come Christmas. So why not build to that? Build up to Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe for the Intercontinental Championship on Christmas. And again, if people want to see Roman Reigns get his butt kicked, right? That would be the ultimate Christmas gift from WWE to a lot of the IWC. You give people a new Intercontinental Champion in Samoa Joe. Again, it's an idea that I pitch as far as them doing the match on Christmas, the main event, because to be real about it, Brock's not going to show up for that episode of Raw. And being that right now the Intercontinental title is kind of like the main event belt until Brock comes back. Why the hell not? Give me your thoughts down below on that, if you're down with that idea or not. But overall, again, Raw was delightful, wonderful, yes. I thought overall, again, a very good Raw. Guys, give me your thoughts down below, your thoughts on Monday Night Raw tonight, if you enjoyed it or not. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. I will be live back tomorrow for a SmackDown Live review. Hopefully, depends on how I got to work, but I will be doing a live SmackDown Live review. Before I continue on here again, I want to thank you all for, tuning back into the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button down below. Let's try to get to 1,500 before the year end. That'll be so awesome. It'll be so lit. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Try to get to 1,000 followers on Twitter also before the year ends. We're almost there. So what are you waiting for? This coming Friday will be episode 223 of the Team Hill podcast, live here on this channel. We'll be taking live calls and all that fun stuff. So make sure you guys tune in, hit the sub button, hit that bell icon, be notified when I stream live or I upload a video. I'll be going to SmackDown Live this coming, not in a couple of weeks, on the 19th of December, when SmackDown Live will be taking place from The Rock, the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. So if you're going to be at SmackDown Live on December 19th, let me know on Twitter. We can meet up, what have you. That'll be so awesome. All right. All that fun stuff. Before I wrap up this review, I want to give a big thank you, a big shout out, big thank you to the homie himself, the awesome one at Salrex, for the awesome layout that you see here on the stream, that you get on your screen, period. If you are a YouTuber or a podcaster out there, and if you want awesome layouts done for your YouTube channel, your podcast, whatever it may be, logos, lettering, hit him up. He does amazing, amazing work. Not only has he done layouts for me, but he done layouts for OKFabe, Solid Monster from the Solid Monster, Sounds Off podcast, Joe Cronin of the Joe Cronin Show, That Ass Podcast, Foul Mouse Network, just to name a few people that he's done layouts for. So go hit him up again if you want awesome layouts done. That's it for me, guys. Thank you all once again. You guys are awesome. All right, I'll be back tomorrow for a SmackDown Live review. And until tomorrow, guys, it's Steve, and I'm out. Wonderful.